Hey, I'm back. I wanted to get this video in for 25, but it didn't make it. So 2026. These are finds from 2025. I got a box full of them. Got a lot here, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these, but I'll show you what some of the stuff I bought throughout the year. So this band, I bought something off of Get Hip website recently, and to make it, and it was through Discogs. So to make it worth the shipping, I bought some other stuff, and this one is one of them I bought here, the Dropouts, and it's Come On, which this song, if you haven't heard this, it's garage, R&B, almost like a 60s revival. It is 60s revival, garage revival. But anyway, I'll show you their first three. So when I heard this, I said I gotta have the rest of the stuff. So I bought, and their singles are very cheap. I'm talking like $4 or $5 each. So if you can find a seller on Discogs that has all of them, that's what I did. And here's the first one from 1995. This is the primitive R&B sounds of the Dropouts, and this has Bye Bye Baby and Bad Luck Cat, and this is their first single, 1995. There's the label. Not sure which one came first. They're both the same year, 1996. But this one, Too Far Down and Out of My Head from 96. There's the label on that. And this is the one that I had to have because it, Come On, originally came out on this Crocodile Records, and this is out of the UK, 1996. And notable fact about this band is a few of the members went on to form Sons of Hercules. So that's another good garage revival band. And this one's their second single. Anyway, this featured the hit song Come On and Cutie Named Judy and Tell Your Daddy. So it's like an EP. But anyway, this is the first one I bought. So I wanted to hear this one. Now, Get Hip picked them up, obviously, but the Get Hip label here, this is much better audio. It's hotter. It's just better. So if you're going to get one, I suggest the Dropouts Come On. This is the song that you want, and this is the pressing that you want. So all the songs are good, but that Come On, it's a screaming garage thumper, you know. All right, here's one. This is a reissue, The Jesters of Newport, originally out in 1965. This is from 2025. It's let's see, both sides were featured in the Back from the Grave, so both of them were, which is very cool. But anyways, it's The Jesters of Newport. Sorry for these covers. I don't have time to take them all out, though. Here's another garage reissue. This is the Savages, Cheating on Me, and The Best Thing You Ever Had from May 1966. These songs are reversed order from the original. So that's on Red Fox Records. Here's another one, Little Phil and the Night Shadows, So Much. I ended up getting this one when I bought the Get Hip order. 2002, the B-side on this is previously unreleased, Toxic Shock. Also on the A-side is So Much. Really good stuff, 2002. Now, Sean recently picked this one up, and I had it on my want list, so I went in and snagged it. And this is TV Jones featuring Dennis Tech So here's a little. It's supposed to be it's Eskimo Pies, featuring Eskimo Pies, and what is this one? Skimp the Pimp. And this is a TV Jones, but actually one of the songs is early Radio Birdman, and it's like a demo. But I've got this whole thing here. Let's see. If you want to freeze it and read it, that's fine. But I think, like Sean said, it's nothing great, but it's pretty cool, especially when you collect Detroit stuff. 1994, TV Jones featuring Dennis Tech. Thanks, Sean, for reminding me of that. Here's another Pennyman. One of those was on Pennyman. This is the Shit Kicker Rebellion, and they're doing a cover of White Light, White Heat from Velvet Underground, and they also do the 99th Floor from Billy Gibbons. 2025 Sidewalks. 2025 Garage. And this featuring members of Chesterfield Kings. So, let's see that. It is the Shit Kicker Rebellion. Really good versions of those songs too. And here's another one I bought with that Get Hip. Is Dode and the Rods. And this features You're Gonna Miss Me. And this is from 1993. French band on the Weed label. And this is those injection labels like the UK did in the late 70s, 80s. Here's a real nice reissue. The Paragons featuring ABBA and Better Man Than I. December 11th, 2020, this was issued, and it's a Garage from 1967, North Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina. This is really cool because it comes with a nice package here, I will say. Almost mimicking the original label, but it's a nice thick cardboard sleeve with a hype sticker. But it's also got this 12-page book. Of the band, little info on it. There's the original label, Bobby. Nice picture. But anyway, that's the Paragons. Well worth it. Good song. Here's a Joe Jackson. I got this locally. It's Different for Girls. And this is kind of cool because it has the warehouse. You take this in and you get 20% off. October 1979. New Wave. Everybody knows that. All right. Here's Johnny Thunders and the Chesterfield Kings. This is out of Japan. Unofficial. 1992. Rock and roll punk. Critics' Choice, and I'd Rather Be With My Boys and London Boys. It's in Japanese writing, but there's Johnny Thunders and the Chesterfield Kings. Excellent. I was looking at I ran through my Mojo Bone label records, and they put out such good stuff, and there was only like 7 releases, and then it just ended. It's like one of those labels that just stopped. But I was looking the other day, and I see they added some more. So this one's from May 1st, 2023. Garage Beat, 500 copies. Insert unreleased material here. I love their label, the Mojo Bone. Came with this stamped company sleeve, and then here's the insert. And I'm not sure, I think some of the older ones included inserts, but they do a great job. Just some information on the band, the shows, little bio, and here's all about the band. And here's the back of it. And this one features Silly Games and 4 in the Morning. So that was very cool. And here's another one that was on the Mojo Bone. The Traits, High on a Cloud, and Just Like Me. Again, I think this one has a insert. Here's the label. The stamped company sleeve. And then the insert is right here. The traits, the band members, some info on the back, the bio. Again, really nicely done. That's how you should put out reissues. All right, this one, I might have showed this before, or might have been on a live stream. I picked this one up locally. Love My Little Red Book. And for 1966, and Message to Pretty, 1966 Psych. This is a Monarch styrene promo. But I thought that was pretty good. This was a little beat up. But man, I was telling Ron over at Hogsy Report how hot this pressing was. I mean, just unbelievable loud, you know. Here's another one. 7 and 7 is. And number 14, 1966, Love. Man, I should have took these out of the sleeves. Sorry about that. I found a couple Amboy Dukes locally. Here, Flight of the Bird, and oh, it's a promo. Both sides are same song. June 1969 on the Mainstream label. Ted Nugent's. Here's another one. Scottish Tea and You Talk Sunshine, I Breathe Fire from 1968. This is also the Amboy Dukes on Mainstream, regular issue. Patrick showed this over on his stream, and I asked him if he wanted to sell it. And it's Bang, the Bangles. And this is the third variant. Before they had to change, at this point they had to change their name to the Bangles. There was another band by the name of Bang, and Getting Out of Hand, and what is the Call on Me from 1983. Originally came out in 81. This one I just found locally. It's Dave Kennedy. This is so hard to read this thing, but it's so dark. And the Ambassadors. And this one's on Kuka Records. 1961, Rock and Roll and Rockabilly on the Kuka label. Another one I found locally here was Frank Sandy and the Kingsmen on MGM, Tarantula Rock, and Somebody Loves Me, 1958, Rock and Roll Instros. Another one I found locally here was Nervous Norvis with Ape Call and Wild Dog of Kentucky, June of 1956. Nervous Norvis. Found this one locally too. This is the Grand Funk Railroad with their first single, Time Machine and High on a Horse. July 28th, 1969, first single. All right. This is kind of a weird one. This is a HEP label. And this is like one of those double hit. This features Buddy Holly with Rave-On and Nervous Norvis with Transfusion on the HEP label. Not sure what year this came out. Rock and Roll and Novelty. It's a split. Let me try to take this out so you can see that label. It's hard to see it. Pretty cool. But both of those on the same label, kind of an odd pairing, you know. Here's another one I found locally. Bill Justice and the Jury. Blowing Rock and Boogie Woogie Rock. Both of these are great. 1959. and you know Bill Justice. But I thought that was a cool label, Playtime. The Supremes picture sleeve with Stop in the Name of Love and I'm in Love Again from 1965, February 8th. But cool picture sleeve on that. I know I showed this one on one of the live streams. A couple pub rock 45s here. Lou Lewis Reformer, Win or Lose on Stiff Records from 1979 out of the UK. This is a UK pressing. Really good rock and roll here. Win or Lose and Photo Finish. There's a picture of the band in the back. And the other one was Lou Lewis, Lucky 7, and Night Talk, also on Stiff Records. This one came a year earlier, 1978, also UK pressing. There's just straight up rock and roll is all I can say about that one. This is a unique one. Corvette Record Company, and they were out of California. Dave Clark 5, Glad All Over, and Catch Us If You Can. This is a bootleg. Both tracks play mono. It says stereo, but they both play mono. Let's see if I can take this out. Not sure the year on this, but Corvette. Definitely worth picking that one up. Never seen it. Corvette Records. Alright, here's another one. The Notables, featuring Tonto and Honey Strollin' from 1960 rock and roll instrumentals on the Ribbon label. A few more here. Carl Perkins, Blue Suede Shoes and Honey Don't, January 1st, 1956, Rockabilly. On the Richard Records label features the Hot Beats with Listen and Engine, which is probably not politically correct anymore. 1966. This is Garage. It's a reissue, only single. They were out of Rhode Island. So, Richard Records. This is cool. On Midnight Records, the Vipers cover to cover, and they're doing Psycho and All I Want, and I'm Not Like Everybody Else from 1988. This is Garage Revival, and they got the hand stamped company sleeve here under the covers. It's exactly what it is, covers. The Flaming Groovies, You Tore Me Down, December 1974. This is the very first Bomp single, 7-inch. And great songs on here. I also have when I bought this, I found the 10-inch also, with basically the same stuff on it. Alright, here's a punker, Scruff, with Get Out of My Way and Rock and Roll Woman. This is February 1978 punk. This is a UK pressing, injected labels. Good early punk. And here's that, I finally found it, that T-Rex Bang a Gong single, 1971, B-Sides non-album track, which is Raw Ramp, and it's on Styrene. But I was going to include this with that album I showed where you send in and you get this single. So it was cool to find that locally. I don't know if I showed this before, but this is Sky Saxon with SS20. And the songs, this is on Vox, 1986. Paradise and Born to Be Wild, and then Trouble. So one song they feature Sky Saxon singing, and the other one is just the SS20. But it's a promo, and the B-side is unreleased demos. So here's And then the last one I'm going to show is this Chess Chuck Berry with School Day and Deep Feeling. I'm not sure what year this was released, but this is the one that has the misprint where Deep Feeling is not on this and Berry Pickin' was pressed on the B-side. So, very cool. Well, that's it. That's it, folks. That's what I have, and I'll get back to some recent vinyl finds here. I got a few things and there's always more 45s to show. But anyway, 20 minutes. I didn't want this to go that long. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.